Welcome back to No Bias Hoops. Today we're talking about how the Milwaukee Bucks might have just jeopardized their future. The Milwaukee Bucks just waived Damian Lillard in order to sign Miles Turner from the Pacers, which, if that's what it was, then not a terrible thing. But this is the contract they gave him. 4 years, $107 million, with a player option and a no-trade clause. This is Miles Turner, a zero-time All-Star. He had a pretty dang good finals run with the Pacers. But at the end of the day, Miles Turner is just an above-average center, and you're going to give him 4 years, $107 million. Unless he starts playing to that level, that is an untradeable contract, especially with the no-trade clause. That pretty much means you can't trade him to salary dump him. You have to trade him to teams that are good, or else he's going to use his no-trade clause. So they give Miles Turner a trade that gives Miles Turner all of the power. And yes, stealing him from your rivals, the Pacers, is smart. But the other thing is that they waived Damian Lillard. And this means that Damian Lillard's $110 million contract is going to be spread onto their cap space for the next 5 years. And this has happened before, but Damian Lillard is probably the best player to ever be waived, the highest paid player to ever be waived, because teams waive players all the time. Like the Jazz just waived Jordan Clarkson, and Jordan Clarkson makes $20 million, but they're allowed to spread it across 5 years, so really he's just going to hit their books about $5 million every year, and it's not that big of a deal. But when you waive a player like Damian Lillard, it basically means that they're going to have less cap space without having players making that money. So now they're going to have pretty much no cap space for the future because they have Dame under contract technically, Giannis, Miles Turner. They give Brook Lopez a pretty big contract. They made some interesting signings, but a lot of the signings they made were just to bring back players onto contracts that they really didn't need. Like Taurean Prince for $7 million, that's a bad contract, but it's a 1-year deal, so it doesn't really matter. But they're basically not going to have any cap space, and they pretty much just jeopardized their future from Miles Turner. And now they do not have a great point guard, so they have Giannis, Miles Turner, Bobby Portis. They don't have much left, and they're going to have to make a lot of trades. I like what some teams are doing. Denver is retooling, trading Michael Porter Jr. for Cam Johnson and a first, and then also getting Jonas Valanciunas from the Kings, and then signing Tim Hardaway Jr. So things like that is a good retool. But when you just pretty much put everything into one player, they're going all in on Miles Turner, a 30-year-old who's going to be making around $27 million when he's 34 with a no-trade clause and a player option. That is just not a good contract for a player who has never been an All-Star and a player who is good, but is probably not going to give you more than a double-double. And, Miles Turner averages probably, I would guess, around 14 and 10, and that's not bad. But Brook Lopez gave them that, and Brook Lopez is old. But instead of just signing Brook Lopez on a cheap contract, they let him walk to LA, then waived Dame and signed Miles Turner. And I just don't love that at all. Let me know what you think. I'm going to make a video recapping free agency probably tomorrow. And subscribe. See you next time on No Bias Hoops.